main issue here is the rising damp. The rising damp rises in a medium. Water cannot rise through air. So if you connect the damp places with the dry places with a medium, in this case plaster, the water will rise.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is cut it off with either DPC. Actually, there are better DPCs more suited for the superstructure, for these walls that are harder, instead of just cutting it, because this creates more weakness. Maybe another note is that usually the DPC that is put on the floor, they just put it in small overlaps, and at the end of the when they are pouring the concrete, you find that in most of the cases water goes through this concrete because of the way the DPC has been laid. In some instances, people add even 3 to 2 layers on this ground floor. So the problem of rising damp is simply cut off the water from the medium. We shall later be talking about the other points of weakness, which could be the piping in the walls that causes dampness, the gutters. I think the down pipes of gutters and how they are located can also cause dampness. The windows also have points of weakness, and how we can build better to prevent water from entering. As you can see, water is moving from the part which was backfilled, and the DPC is preventing water from moving the upper part of the foundation. So when most people are plastering, they connect the plaster to the upper part, which is not protected. So as naturally the water will move through the plaster and affect the top parts. You find them wondering that they've put the DPC, but the water is still moving. The water is moving through the plaster. So another instance where this is common, where someone has put DPC, but also gets that rising of water, of dampness, is at steps inside the house. Usually the step exposes a part of the foundation that is not protected by the DPC. So maybe if you can move to see what you're talking about. This here is the step. So since this is inside, what the tiler will do, he'll come and place his tiles, and the plaster ring people will come and finish up to up. Within no time, there will be mold and signs of dampness here, because the plaster is connecting via the DPC. So what can be done alternatively is this portion can be finished off with bituminous material, and later tiles put and plastered. Or this polythene can be made to overlap and connect to the polythene under the floor, such that there is no contact between this and this. So if it overlaps, the tiles are put on top, but then it will need to be bonded by a different bonding material. It could be silicone, because it easily bonds with the DPC, or you can use a mesh and nails to bond the skirting, and the plaster is done on top. So that's for rising damp. Yeah. When it comes to
the cavera they put on hardcore, the stones tend to pierce and create lines of weakness where water rises, because water always finds it.
So in most cases, and that's why even builders have adopted to add this second layer. Otherwise, it shouldn't be necessary. This one. Because we've already put you've already put one down. But because they know what they are doing is not that effective, they insist on adding that. Yeah, so if you want to do with that, you really need to do a good job down.
Yeah.
Instead of just leaving stones, you do a good, it's called bedding.
Yeah.
Bed?
You mean the hardcore bed?
No, where they get sand, they add on top of the stone.
Blinding,
yeah. Blinding, such that okay, you call it a cavera. The DPC is not punked, pricked. Yes, and you have a smooth surface. And the overlap should be decent, maybe at least 50 centimeters. Or you put more than one layer, such that there is no way for water to go through.
Yeah. And then I feel like also people who are doing high-end homes in swamps, you can literally, bite a bullet.
Yeah.
Then, put that bitumen over the entire house and floor, including overlapping the points where the skirting is going.
Yeah.
Because there is a cost to build in swamps, which is inevitable nowadays.
Yeah, and even adding to that, the drainage in and around the house. See, even these foundations, they need water to go through them. If you're in a waterlogged, later I'll show you a house in a swamp. If you're in a house in a swamp, you need to let water go through the foundation. Some people use these drain pipes, others use culverts, such that water is drained away from the building as much as possible. Yeah.
Also, that hardcore that you blind, its purpose is not just to reinforce the floor, because there is BRC to do that. But it also prevents easy water navigation. So having a thick hardcore bed alternatively helps.
The hardcore cuts off sort of the capillarity. When the materials are close to each other, the water moves, but the hardcore has voids, and water stops just under here.
Compared to marram, right?
Yeah.
Some people use marram to compact the foundation.
Yeah.